Hello, everybody. This is Brother Speak. Now, this is going to be a little different from what I usually talk about on here. Black relationships, things in the black community. So this one's going to be a little different. Now, probably some of y'all don't know. Probably a few might know. I am a wrestling fan. Now, do I watch Raw every week? No. No. But I do look at the segments, certain wrestlers. If certain personalities I'll look at, certain matches I'll look at, but the whole thing, oh God, no, no, no way. I'm not looking at that. 3 hours is too long. Like I said, certain segments, certain wrestlers I'll look at. So, but I was listening to something that Jim Cornette. If y'all don't know who Jim Cornette is, y'all should really check him out. Check him out on YouTube. I mean, the dude is hilarious. If you ain't got thick skin, please don't listen to this guy. You know, he says what he feels. So he was talking about Christian Cage. For those who don't know Christian Cage was also Christian in the WWE. And, he was there from 2008 to just, he was full time wrestling from 2009 to I think 2013, and then he started just coming every once in a while. He wrestled in the Royal Rumble, and then he went to sign with AEW. Now, what happened was at their AEW pay per view Revolution, they were hyping up this big appearance. So people was thinking maybe it'd be Kurt Angle, maybe CM Punk, Brock Lesnar. Nope. They brought out Christian Cage. Now, you would think he would go out, say something, and, go sign the contract, say something to the fans, then leave. Nope. They had him come out after hyping this up. They had him come out, sign his contract, and dip. That's it. You introduced this guy. You 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 hyped it up, not telling anybody who it was, even though we all pretty much knew that he had signed already. You brought him out to sign the contract and did. It's like he said, I ain't got time to deal with these fans. I'm out. Now, I'm thinking back to when he went to TNA in 2005. And back then, TNA, if those don't know what TNA is, it's Impact. Well, it used to be called TNA Impact, but then they just changed it. Well, they had a bunch of names for it. Till finally they just settled on Impact. Now, back then it was total nonstop action Impact. And back 2005 to, I want to say, 2000 and I want to say 2007. That was probably the hottest time of TNA because you had Samoa Joe was on fire. Yeah, Sting was hot. Jeff Jarrett, even though he was the big heel. But you you had all these different WWE stars coming in, young talent. It was just the storylines were good, the wrestling was good. You had the six-sided ring. It was just different from what WWE was bringing out at the time. So during that time, Christian Cage had left WWE. He didn't leave with in a fuss or nothing. He just when the contract expires, he left. and he went to TNA. Now, when they brought him out, they had his name in the Tigatron. They had the music theme. He had a great music theme. And so he came out. They brought him out like a star. They hyped him up like a star. He came out. He talked to the people. He did well. They had him interact with Team Canada because he is from Canada. And I think I didn't see the ending part of that. I think he beat up Team Canada at the end. But it was great. That was how they brought him. Now I'm fast forwarding 16 years to TNA. I mean AEW bringing him out. He come out, sign the contract, then he leaves. He don't talk to the fans. He don't do nothing. I'm like, what in the blind fuck is AEW doing? It's bad enough they've been fucking up a lot of people. FTR, one of the great tag teams. I mean, if you looked at them, the Revival, well, to be fair, WWE fucked them up when they brought them up to the main roster. But in NXT, they were the shit. Like, they fucked up FTR. They fucked up Adam Page. They fucked up Kenny Omega. I don't know how you fucked up Kenny Omega. He's supposed to be one of the boys. I mean, they fucked up Archer. They fucked up Brian Cage. They fucked up who else? Pick a person. They who ain't the Young Bucks and Cody. They probably fucked them all up. And they did this with Christian Cage. TNA, who's been a joke at this point. They did a better job of introducing Christian Cage. Hell, even WWE, when Christian left TNA and came back to WWE, they brought him back on the ECW brand. Even though he was an afterthought, they brought him back better than what AEW did. I don't know what the fuck AEW is doing. I'm like, it's crazy. It's crazy what they doing right now. And I'm like, I can't even tell who's a heel, who's a face, who I'm supposed to cheer for. I know it's more of an independent crowd and you just pick whoever, but Jesus, and just hearing the stories, the storylines, it's like it don't make much sense. It's crazy. And look how they did Christian Cage. I'm like, look, I know he hadn't wrestled like majorly wrestled in 5 years. It's been very sporadic. But you could have at least made it a bigger deal than what you did. He comes out, signs the contract, and dip. Why even put that on the pay-per-view? You could have waited till Dynamite for that. Just had that be like a news conference type thing. I think that's what they did with Lashley. They made it like a news conference type thing. Sign the contract. That's it. No, they had to sign the contract and dip. Why even do that? Why even do any of that? You could have done it the other way. News conference. Hey, I'm really glad to be signed with AEW. I think we're gonna do some big things. And I mean, something like that. Nope. Sign the contract and dip. That's insane, man. I don't know what AEW is doing. I'm like, it's been crazy. I don't know what Jericho is doing over there. Jericho's just, I'm like, ain't much he's doing. He's supposed to be the one trying to build these stars, and they haven't done anything with him either. They made him into a joke. MJF. MJF. I remember seeing him in MLW. Big prick. I mean, a big ass prick. Now he's Jericho's lackey. I'm hoping he turns on Jericho. I hope Jericho turns into a baby face again. Let's just do something with him. And MJF takes over uh the inner circle. 'Cause Lord knows they need to get away from Jericho. That goofy shit. It's just been ridiculous. Oh man, it's just been hell over there. And it's like AEW is coming is becoming where WWE past wrestling the WWE rejects come to make money, like TNA was in the past. I mean, look, Christian Cage, Paul White, aka Big Show, Miro, aka Rusev. Look how they did Rusev. Now he's just a goof. He's a goofball. Jeez, man, I don't know what's going on. They got Brian Cage over there. He's floundering. Archer looks like a badass, floundering. I'm like, why you got all these people and they just not doing anything? I know there's a lot of people, but you know what? You probably need to cut some people. Some people need to go. I mean, it's just like, wow, you got all this talent, you don't know what to do. But yeah, that was it. Just this Christian Cage thing. It's just I was like, wow, this is how you bring him out. You hyping him up, making everybody think he's somebody else, and then this is no better than this is no better when they had Batista come out when they wanted Daniel Bryan and he was just stuck. And that's why Batista was a heel going into WrestleMania that year when Daniel Bryan won it. They wanted him to be the babyface and beat Randy Orton and go against the authority, but the people were booing him so bad because they didn't have Daniel Bryan in the Royal Rumble, and so I guess WWE went with it and Batista went with it. By the way, Batista did some great work as a heel. I don't know why they kept him from being that type of heel that he was before he left and came back, but he was doing some great work there. But Jesus, this Christian Cage thing was. I'm like, I'm just looking at what TNA did with him at compared to AEW, and it's like, wow. It's like AEW is becoming the new TNA. Except they really don't know what they're doing. At least TNA in 2005 and till 2008. At least they were new and they would knew how to build people up. I'm just thinking Joe, Samoa Joe. That's where he really made his big name was in TNA. I know indie wrestlers probably know Joe from Ring of Honor, but I knew him from TNA, especially that 2005 to 2007. I mean, Joe was on fire. I mean, they really could have built someone, but TNA fucked that up. Kind of like what WWE fucked them up now. Like, but yeah, but back to Christian Cage. I'm going on a little tangent. Ah, wow. So this is what y'all do, EAEW. Wow, this is crazy. Now, hopefully, maybe they did something with him on Dynamite, but I ain't seen anything. So we'll see. Anyway, This is Brother Speak. I'm out. Peace.